In the deep, quiet heart of the snow gum forest lived a little wallaby called Pip. And the morning belonged to him. But over the hill, in the wide open meadow, Banjo had the zoomies. He wants to go and explore. Dad had been a foal once too, a very long time ago. Mum gave him a gentle nudge. Off you go, little one. And Banjo's hooves carried him somewhere he had never been before, into the quiet of the forest. Oh no, Banjo had no idea someone was already here. Banjo walked up to the hollow log very, very slowly. Who could be hiding in there? Quick as a heartbeat, little Pip vanished into the ferns. Banjo thought Pip wanted to play. So he tried his very best play bow. But for little Pip, Banjo looked very, very big. So Banjo remembered what to do when his body was loud. He took a great big breath in and let it out, slow and easy. Oh, Banjo. He hadn't meant to scare his new friend.
Gentle and slow. Gentle and slow.
Banjo's got the zoomies, he's a galloping storm. He wants to bounce and buck and keep his body warm. He saw a tiny shadow run inside a log. He did a great big jump with the force of a frog. But his boom, boom, boom gave the joey a fright, and little Pip vanished completely from sight. How does a big horse tell a little friend it's okay?
You got to be gentle and slow. That's the very best way to say hello.
You don't have to be small, you just have to be soft, like a dandelion floating aloft.
If you want a new friend to come out of their shell, gentle and slow works very, very well.
Let's practice with cozy.
Can you feel it?
Touch your own cheek,
Make it gentle.
stroke your own arm,
Make it soft,
quiet and calm.
like a whisper.
He tried to be quiet, but he was still standing tall. He had to show the little guy he was no threat at all. So he folded his long legs and laid on the ground. He made himself the quietest thing to be found. He wasn't pretending, he was feeling the peace. And that's when little Pip started to peek.
One tiny hop,
He's getting closer,
tiny hops.
he's almost here.
Banjo didn't move a muscle, didn't twitch an ear. A curious little nose, moving soft and slow, touched his fuzzy muzzle.
And the whole world seemed to glow. You gotta be gentle.
And slow, that's the very best way to say hello.
You don't have to be small, you just have to be soft, like a dandelion floating aloft.
If you want a new friend to come out of their shell, gentle and slow very, very well.
Gentle and slow, oh, oh, oh.
Gentle and slow.
Oh, oh, oh. Gentle and slow, oh, oh, oh.
Gentle and slow. Gentle and slow.
Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is be still.
And just then, through the trees, Pip's family was waiting for him. Pip ran towards them, his little heart full. And Banjo trotted back across the meadow, where Mum and Dad were waiting. Banjo snuggled in. Big hearts are the gentlest. It's a quiet morning in the high country. Banjo had never seen anything so red. He stretched and stretched. Not even close. But Banjo had a plan. One big jump, 4 big hooves, but 0 apple. He tried and tried, and it still wasn't enough. That feeling has a name. Frustration. And stomping? Stomping never helped an apple fall. But something else just might. Oh, that's Kika. That's just how kookaburras say hello. Even when the timing isn't always perfect.
He wants that shiny apple hanging in the sun. It's dangling up so high, but the branch has won. He stretches up his neck like a wobbly giraffe. He takes a running jump, but he falls in the grass. He tries it once again, Kika laughs up in the tree. Banjo kicks the heavy trunk, ouch, that hurt his knee. The apple doesn't move, it doesn't even sway. He kicks the dirt again, it's a frustrating day. His chest is feeling hot, his muscles feeling tight, but kicking at the tree doesn't make it right. When the mat is bubbling up and you're seeing red, let's get the angry feeling out of your head. Wait a little minute if your legs feel stuck. Shake your left hoof, shake off the bad luck. When your tummy feels tied in a great big knot, shake it all out, give it everything you've got. Shake your golden mane like a wet, wet dog. Shake your little tail like a bumpy log. Is the angry feeling leaving? Can you feel it? Is your body getting softer? Can you feel it? Now Banjo isn't kicking, his body feels so light. He looks up at the apple shining big and bright. He looks at Kika bird sitting on a branch. Kicking didn't work, so he needs a second chance. His head is thinking clear, his hooves are feeling still. He doesn't need to fight with the big apple tree. Shh, shh, shh. Listen to the wind in in the gum trees, breathe in the gentle breeze. Even a kookaburra needs to take a breath. He looks up at the branch, nice and slow. The apple's still waiting, putting on a show. He takes some morning breath, lets out the fuss. He calls to Kika-bird, can you help us? You don't need the longest legs to get the best view. Sometimes the smartest thing is asking someone who flew. Stomp, shake, breathe. Stomp, shake, breathe. The apple always falls for the one who asks, and not the one who kicks the grass.
And sometimes, the sweetest apple is the one you couldn't reach by yourself. Some things are even sweeter than apples. It was the end of a golden afternoon in the high country. Banjo and his little sister Sunny were playing their favourite game, chase around the meadow, hooves thundering, manes flying. Then Mum's voice floated across the meadow. Sunny's ears pricked up straight away, and off she trotted back toward home. But Banjo had already stopped. Because there, on a sun-warmed rock, sat a small skink. Banjo forgot all about Sunny. He lowered his nose closer and closer until he and the skink were eye to eye. For a long time, Banjo watched the skink. But all of a sudden, the skink was gone. And so was everyone else. The meadow was very quiet. And there, at the edge of the hill, something he had never noticed before was taking shape against the darkening sky. It had long, twisted arms reaching upward, and in the fading light, it looked like something that might look back. His heart was thumping. His breath came fast and shallow. And then he remembered.
Take a breath and have no fear.
Breathe, little Banjo. He also remembered.
Stop. Shh. And listen to the land.
It will tell you what you need to know. So he listened. The wind moved through the gum trees. The grass whispered. And he started moving forward. That's when Mum's voice floated across from the ridge. But Banjo wasn't quite ready to leave, so he walked closer. And he finally realised it was his favourite scratching tree all along. And that's when he noticed something else. Deep in the shadow at the base of the old trunk, two tiny eyes were watching him.
The sun went home, the sky turned blue. Now everything looks a little bit new. Banjo is frozen, he's standing so still. There's a giant shape on the edge of the hill. It has long spiky arms, it's dark and it's tall. It makes little Banjo feel very small. His heart goes boom, his legs feel tight, but he's a mountain horse, he'll be alright. Take a deep breath, whoosh. Take a tiny step, click. Use your ninja grip, clack. Your heart might thump, your tummy might flip, but brave just means you don't quit. Just one small step, click. Then one step more, clack. That's what being brave is for. He uses his ears.
What does he hear?
Just the wind in the gums.
Nothing to fear.
He uses his nose.
What does he smell?
Old snow gum wood.
He knows it well.
The moon comes out, the light is back. It's just his favorite tree with a little gray crack. Is it safe out there?
It's safe.
It's just my scratching tree. Me, I was scared of you, and you were scared of me. Sometimes the bravest thing to say is I'm a little scared today. But when you step together side by side, there's nothing left to hide. Take a deep breath, whoosh. Take a tiny step, click. Use your ninja grip, clack. Your heart might thump, your tummy might flip, but brave just means you don't quit. One small step with a brand new friend. One small step, the scary stuff can end. Tiptoe, 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 tiptoe. It was only a shadow, mate. Click.
See you later, mate. Then Banjo turned towards home and ran. Mum and Sonny were waiting. And Banjo's heart felt very, very full. Good night, little Brumbies.